What's going on, everybody? For all 13 of y'all that are here so far. Yeah, I don't even know what to talk about tonight. I didn't get anything new in. I did get in touch with Mr. Just Right, so I will be getting a profile really soon. Grim Green is live. Well, thank you, BSIDB. I appreciate that. Yeah, Grim Green, man, Grim Green's been around a long time, a long, long time. So I completely understand. Um, so I've heard about this virus, the coronavirus or whatever the hell it's called, and I'm wondering if me and Patrick have that, or could also be called the Kung Flu, I guess. So do we have the Kung Flu? I don't know. I'm hoping that it's completely gone at this point. It has gotten a lot better. I'm down to just coughing every once in a while now. It's not like I'm coughing all the time. Have I been to China? No. I don't know if it's spread, Osman. I thought it got spread over here to the United States, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Um, and then I'm just sitting back watching vape drama unfold in front of me. It always happens, and I don't know. I really feel bad for Breeze because I don't know if TTG is going to cast anymore, and Breeze casted with TTG. So if he don't cast, is Breeze going to cast? I don't know. Um, and it's kind of a touchy subject, and I get I get one side, but I get the other side too. The other side, really. Uh, it's just two confirmed cases in the U.S. Well, thank you, JR Biker. TTG will be on his own channel. Oh, okay. Thank you, Three Dog. I did not know what he was going to end up doing. Um, I mean, and it's all about falling asleep on cast, guys. That's what the whole thing's about. And it's, really, I've seen it happen. Hey, dumbass, how you doing? King Dumbass himself is here. A lot of casters have fallen asleep during their cast, and it happens. I don't think I ever have, and I've casted like hours and hours one time. But usually, y'all keep me awake. I guess if you get really bored or if you're just really tired from work, yeah, you could fall asleep during your cast. But the owners of the network don't appreciate that, so you know, um, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Anyways, I've still been vaping the SX Auto with the DIY build on there, and it vapes great. And surprisingly enough, the Vupu with the rebuildable section, I've been vaping this as much as I can, and I still barely have touched the liquid level because this thing hits more like a cigarette than any other device I got with the rebuildable section. And maybe it's because I put too much cotton in here. I don't know, but this thing has a really similar draw of a cigarette, and I'm only at 14 watts. That's another thing. It's not pulling hardly any power. But it has a nice smooth draw. I kind of like that. I don't recommend, especially for people that have trouble building, to pick up the RBA for the Vinci just because it's very small, and I could see people having problems building on it just because of how small that thing is. If you already have problems with your fingers building on a regular RDA, what's up, Malachite? Then you're going to have a lot of problems rebuilding the RBA is so much better. Suku, Suku. Oh my goodness, I just called you Suku. We're gonna play the little number game. Soku, yeah, no. Suku, Suku. Yeah, I agree. I like the RBA section. I think that I may have overwicked it a little bit, but it makes the draw really. It makes it much more of a mouth to lung type draw. No, and if I turn this around, it's really tight then. That's almost too tight that way. So I got it on the more open draw, and it's like perfect. So in other news, they had whiskey tastings at the store. Good. Had to have Kim drive home. Malachi, that was a little too much tasting if they let you have that much whiskey. Usually they limit you to little bitty. I know when they have little tastings here at the liquor store, they barely cover the bottom of the cup. Well, it was moonshine, I think, that we were trying, but they didn't let you have much. They use full shots. Holy crap, Malachi. Yeah, we didn't get full shots at the liquor store here. But yeah, I got the bot running so y'all can do the coin stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight besides chat and just talk about things. Also vaping the intake dual on top of the Q Mini, which I really enjoy the Q Mini. This mod, nice mod. Good afternoon, night, Talion. Good later on in the day. Good evening, Talion. There we go. I'll figure it out sooner or later. Legend Talion. I could build the rose. I could, Demon. I don't even know where the rose is. All I have is the little thing that actually takes this apart. I have that part that takes the rose apart, but I don't know where the rose itself is. I'd have to do some searching. And I told Three Dog that I was going to do the etching stuff, like I did before, and I forgot until right before the show, and I was like, crap. So I promise I'm going to get the stuff out so that, and I need to make room. When I do that, I got to have some room. My desk at the old house was bigger. I could go around. It went all the way around me. This one, I got to find room to put it, and we'll do some etching, some acid or electric etching on a cup or something. I got some more. You can wait. Okay, Three Dog. Well, I'll get it done. And it's really easy to do. Once you see it, you'll be like, you don't even have to have the power supply like I got. You can technically use a 9-volt battery. It's that simple. So if you do it like that, main thing doing that is having stencils or something to actually put a design on a cup, unless you're really good at freehand. But even if you're good at freehand, you need to have a way to stop the water from running down the piece of metal that you're etching, because you want it to be a nice crisp line. Is there good flavor on the intake dual? Ian, yes. I get excellent flavor off the intake dual. This one, I really think out of the top airflow RTAs, this is one of the better ones to get, because it's got a smooth airflow and it's got really good flavor to be a top airflow RTA, and it doesn't leak because of the airflow being up top. So I enjoy vaping this. I vape this a lot, and I'm vaping the which I left that mod upstairs, which I need pretty bit, please. The Trilogy. I still vape the Trilogy, and I keep running the batteries dead in my Aegis X because I vape the Trilogy like nonstop. And that one I have the blueberry cake in, which I'm getting very low now, about to run out of that. I did find a really old RDA. Hey, Breeze. I found an old RDA that cost a lot of money back when I got it. This is the Marquee. I don't know if y'all remember this, but this thing was expensive. You can actually pop the whole top out of this guy. So it looks like that inside. I hear... Oh, I heard your voice, and I was like, what the heck? Thank you. I got to put batteries in this. It was dead, and I just put it beside the bed and didn't even bother with it. So I'm just going to change the batteries in it now because they're dead. I want to get one of those oh, you probably can't hear me. You probably can, but I want to get one of those chargers that actually tries to bring back batteries that are mostly dead. It's never good to overdraw your batteries because there's a good chance they won't charge. So if you're using a mech mod, that's the main chance you could ever have of that happening, because with a mech mod you can't really see what the voltage is at. So you don't really want to drop your batteries below 3.2 volts because your charger probably won't be able to recover them and start charging them. You'll put them in the charger and it'll go, what battery? Because the voltage is so low on the charger it won't even see it. There we go. There's a trilogy. Yeah, it's about empty, so I got to refill it again. Why is that push so down? Okay, it's up. It's up where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to put some more juice in the trilogy. And I still don't have any juice leaking out all over the mod or anything. Trilogy still works good for me. I don't know. I haven't seen. I saw that Vic got one in, but hasn't done a review on it that I know of. Well, he couldn't post for a week, right? So I'm wondering if that time limit is up for him now. So I'm hoping he can start posting videos again. Because I want to see what his take is on the trilogy. Or if he wants to call in, if Vic is around and you're not asleep, and you want to call in and talk about the trilogy or whatever else you got on your mind, go for it, man. You may not can cast on your YouTube, but you can come on mine and we can cast. He's probably not even watching. Because you probably have a lot of people that, still want to see you, even though they, besides what, you're going to do Facebook Live? Nah, probably not. So what's new out in the vaping world that everybody's looking to get? I haven't seen anything. I haven't really been looking, to be honest with you, because everything is getting so repetitive now. It's like, another pod system. Oh, another one of these, another one of those. I want to see more innovation. Turn my plane. Oh, it is, Ian. How did I get turned? I usually, thanks for noticing. I usually keep my plane like that, but thanks for noticing. Why can't Vic cast? Talion, he got a strike on one of his videos. What's up, Silent? Yeah, Vic got a strike by YouTube, and when they give you a strike, you can't cast for a week. So that's pretty much what happened. He can't post any videos or go live for a week. That's on your first strike. Now, if you get another strike, then it's a lot longer. So you want to try to keep those to a minimum. I said that last week, so it's been a week now. So hopefully he can start casting again. I don't know, or at least posting videos. I don't know if he's even tried. You're welcome. I thought everybody knew. I said it last week, but nobody pays attention to what I say anyway. Yeah, I'm looking forward. If I have the Kelpie coming, which according to Little Birdies, I may have the Kelpie RDA coming. I'm looking forward to trying that thing out. I don't know if my review is going to be any better than anybody else's, but, I always stay honest about it. If it's got great flavor, that's the main thing I'm worried about. If the build quality sucks, so be it. I'm more interested in the flavor. So if they rushed it to get it out and didn't machine the parts well, then they did. As long as it don't cut me and it looks okay. What did I just say? I don't know, Talion. What do you mean? Legend Talion. Or am I that far behind on the cast? I don't know. What do you want me to say? I said I may have a Kelpie RDA on the way to me. May. I haven't seen any or heard anything from Vic in that manifest, but somebody else said that I was on the list, so maybe I'll get one. I know all the UK folks are getting theirs because they were much closer to where it was being shipped from. So the US folks are going to get it later, obviously. And hopefully I'll have one soon. I used to play music a lot when I casted, and when I moved away from Vapors TV over to YouTube, I still tried to play music. Obviously, you can't play what you want to play, so I was playing just royalty-free, like drum and bass, crazy music. And then I started getting comments saying, I can't watch your show because of the music that you have, so I just cut it out altogether. It's nice to have the music. I mean, it's kind of something to listen to in the background as you're doing stuff. There was one comment. I guess I bend over too much for people. I get one bad comment, and then I'm like, okay, well, I need to change this. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm not one of those guys that go, hey, if I lose 5 subscribers, no big deal. I don't try to tick people off to make them unsubscribe, but that's going to happen regardless, whether they want to stay or not. That's up to them. Say thank you to the one person who can't tolerate royalty-free music. Hey, well, there you go. It is what it is. See, it was Breeze. It was Breeze's fault. I doubt that. This was some guy. I don't even remember what his name was. Pardon me. I mean, I wouldn't go seek it out, but it works. Seek what out? Oh, the royalty-free music? Well, I know one channel that plays like all royalty-free music. It's music that they made. It's definitely not the best in the world that you can listen to, but it's something instead of just quiet in the background. Kind of makes the show go along a lot better. I haven't vaped the Gata since I rebuilt it and got it like set up for mouth to lung. It just hasn't. Hey, Dumb Long. It hasn't. I don't know. I just haven't tried it. It's been sitting on top of the good old cold steel mod, and I haven't really tried to hit it since. And I need to, because I can't really get the build down correct if I never build this thing. So let's see. I do believe it goes that way. There we go. We have a blinking light. Cold steel, 35 watts. Let's see what this tastes like. Did I take care of the Christmas boxes? That got done today, Dom Long. Waited till the last minute. Hello, Chris. Yeah, she actually helped me because I was on the phone with my son, my oldest son, and he was yeah. Anyway. Oh, that tastes terrible. Yeah, don't let stuff sit in your mod for a long time, because then the juice that's on there tastes bad. That's not good. That's going to have to either be rewicked, drained, something. That's not right. But it has way more airflow than even the Vinci has. And you would think, I'm pretty sure I set this up for mouth to lung. And yeah, I got it on the really small little airflow right there. Well, it's the biggest one out of the small ones, but that's pretty open for a mouth to lung. It's getting better. I don't know what juice I put in here, but that's not right. Jay Hayes already has his Kelpie. Well, he is in the United States, and if he got his, then I should have one if I was getting it at the same time, but maybe not. So, there you go. I need to watch Jay Hayes' review of the Kelpie. Did he bust it is what I want to know. Did he hammer it? Because, I think that's a little extreme. Do I have the Ultim insert? Yes, I do have the Ultim insert in there, Chris. I didn't ever... Well, no. You know what? I think I took it out. He liked it? What? What? That's surprising. Wow. That blows my mind. So Jay Hayes actually liked the Kelpie RDA. Did he say anything about the build quality? And so I'm assuming he liked the flavor. Did he say that he didn't like the build quality? So, in other words, TVP, well, everybody's got their own opinion, but TVP really, he said it had great flavor, but he did not like the build quality of the entire RDA. And he thought it looked ugly. And I'm like, that sounds a little biased, It just did. You don't go that extreme on every device that you get and go, oh, it looks really crappy and blah, blah, blah. I just don't think that happens unless, you just don't like the person that actually made it. He said the threading was janky and rough with cut marks inside. Okay, well, there you go. Not all companies have exceptional build quality on their devices, whether it be a RTA, RDA. Some of them, even though they come from China, still have really excellent build quality, just like QP Design. Their stuff designed in Canada and made in China, and their stuff is great. Um, you can't really, yeah, looking at an SL class. Yeah, SL class is a Mercedes, but it's also, a Yeehy device. And I wasn't looking at the SL class right then. That was the cold steel that I had, not the SL class, which looks very similar to the cold steel. But that's not what I had. You had a brain fart. Okay. Anyways, I still have the good old Stevie Dilligaff Porter build stand. I like this. I really like this. That took some time to make, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to be building on this. Whenever we build something, I don't know what we're going to build. That's what I'm saying. Have y'all seen anything? Hello, Joe. Have y'all seen anything that's come out recently that you really want to see done? I mean, I'll try and do whatever I can to see if I can't get a hold of one of it, whatever things it is. And what is that? And build it for you guys. I remember seeing Vic say that EH Pro is sending the review samples out in 2 sets. If you're on the second set, you're going to have to wait till after the Chinese New Year. Matt Gumba, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, if I'm on the second set, yeah, I can almost guarantee I'm on the second set because I'm not one of the high. I don't have a lot of subscribers. Yeah, I don't have a high subscriber count, so I would be on the second set if at all. So there you go. But then again, the Chinese New Year lasts like 3 weeks. It lasts almost a month, so it'll be a while before I get it if I'm on the second set. So yeah, that's going to be a while. Y'all want to place bets on how long it would take them to drop that on the tank? Drop what on the tank? As for something you need to get, Alex Vapors MD and Hell Vape Destiny. Ooh. Some folks are calling it the Kelpie Killer. Really? The Hell Vape Destiny. Now see if that's a RTA, that interests me right there. I'm not a reviewer, more like a show and tell. You're right, Talion. I'm not. I never wanted to have to get into the position, or didn't want to, especially when I was working full time, to where I had to sit there and edit video, like work all day, come home and edit videos for the rest of the night every day. That would suck. I mean, if you're doing that every day, that would really be bad. If it's your only job, then yeah, shoot, just do that. Yeah, I got a lot of people to buy a lot of stuff. I will agree. And it's not like I made you click the link to buy stuff, but if there was a good sale out there, or if there's something I really liked, I just made sure I was passionate about it and let you know. What I do is unique. Well, thank you, Talion. I appreciate that. Am I reviewing his new RDA? Rumple Foreskin, if I get it in. If I do, it's probably going to be in a few weeks because of the Chinese New Year. That's the sucky part about it. Because more than likely, the guy that just said it, the Mac guy, you're welcome, Demon Hunter. I probably got put on the second set of reviewers that are getting Mac Gumba. There you go. It ends on February 4th. So there you go. So as soon as they come back into work, then they'll start shipping stuff out. Then you have to wait even that much longer. My show has cost you money. J.R. Baker, hopefully, okay, for the people that it's cost money that I show y'all stuff, hopefully it's for good reasons. I don't want people to go out and buy stuff and then be completely pissed off at it, which I know even John Q, he bought a couple of tanks and just wasn't able to wick them right and got pissed off at it. And I would walk them through it, but I don't know. Some people just don't agree and they'd rather throw it out the window. I wish they wouldn't do that. I mean, if I had something that I didn't like at all like that, it's better to give it to somebody else that's trying to quit smoking or something than just go, I'm throwing it out the window. It's been worth it. Oh, well, thank you, J.R. Baker. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't usually recommend stuff like that unless it's something I truly is a great deal. Yeah, and I'll vape it a lot. If I really like it, I'll vape it a lot. Like I'm still vaping the Trilogy because I really like it. But I will say that it has to be built just right, or yeah, you'll have a flood. You'll have juice coming down the side of your mod, and you won't like it because there's no seals in the bottom of this RTA, so it's really easy for it to leak if you don't get enough wicking in there. But I haven't had any problems at all. Every build I've put in here has been perfect, and I'm just gonna keep vaping. I could put the bigger glass in here, but my problem with putting the bigger glass is it makes it stick out. So if the mod falls over, the first thing that it would hit would be the glass, and I would break the glass because I break glass on more tanks than I don't even know. Here's a gold fatality with a nice busted glass right there. There's a big shard of glass missing out of that thing. The Kelpie, I've broke at least 3 times the glass. Right now, though, I do have the Kelpie on a mod. Oh, here we go. With a bubble glass. I have a scuba band on your drill. Nice, Oz, man. So here's the Kelpie right now. It has a juice in there that makes me cough. If I finally sound like I'm going to live, thank you, Breeze. I agree. Now, when I vape this, it's going to make me cough, though. You watch. Because this juice, I don't know what it is, but... I can't vape that. I know what that is. This is gator blood. And even Patrick tried the gator blood, and he was coughing like crazy. And he switched back to Nilla Nuts because that didn't make him cough. And he hasn't used it in a while. So everybody's going to have to jump his case about not vaping, but you're not buying that. Yeah, don't get the gator's blood. Well, it's more of a thing, Talion. I haven't been able to vape normally in almost 4 months now. Did I get the Ultim? Yes, I do have the Ultim for the Fatality Rumple Foreskin because these are all authentic Fatalities that I have. I just don't like the way the Ultim looks on it. It looks kind of cheesy. I'd much rather have the glass on there. And the gold Fatalities I got, this one is not busted, and it has the really pretty gear drip tip. If this will focus, I don't know if it'll focus or not. There we go. See the gears and the drip tip. Really like that. This is different than what you normally see out there. And I got this from a place called Moo something. It's over in the UK, so I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for that drip tip. That's kind of expensive for a drip tip, but it was unique. We see all these resin drip tips all over the place, but that one I really liked because of the gears, and it matched the gold. So I was like, yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah. Ultim is good about not breaking, but it just looks like yellow plastic. It looks like this. That's Ultim. So there you go. But it matches this mod. See, when I have the gold Fatality, if I'm using the gold Fatality, I like putting it on the gold G-Class that I got up there because it matches really good. Do you have any ideas how hard it is to get this man a gift? Well, when I do gift ideas, I try to do something that's not vape related, if possible. with a small bubble, large bubble, and a straight 5 ml glass. Oh, look at there. Well, I know they do for the trilogy. The trilogy came with all those. Brown juice will hide the color. There you go. What's up, Paul? Paul, how you doing? Munchkin, give him a voucher. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Not good? Uh-oh, that's what's going on there, Paul Paul. How can we help you? Hopefully, your health is okay. Because that's number one, you know. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul Paul. That, you know, I'm sure that you and your dog were pretty close, and having to have your dog put down is not good. I'm very sorry to hear that. Wow. Hey, MB Schmez, how you doing? Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't. My dog's getting old, and I hope that that never has to happen. She seems to be in good shape, but she's definitely getting old for a Chihuahua. And, but she still loves to bounce around and play, just like she's a young little dog, and she's not young anymore. Except for when she jumps down from something, she will, she gets hurt really easy now. So that's the only thing that's really changed in her. Um, yeah, the ordinary straight glass is very limited on, but I honestly I don't blow through juice as much as a lot of people. She was 13. Wow. Yeah. Oh, you did that 2 months ago with your oldest. Wow, man. It's sad to see people have their dogs put down, and you get so attached to your pets. You really do, because you can tell that your pets really care about you, and then they're the only ones that's not going to give you any crap. And when you come home, they're always happy to see you, and that's good. That cat is the devil. My dog, yeah, exactly, Talion. They become family. I agree. The cat that's here, yeah, my dog is terrified of that cat. Um, oh, you have another golden and a Chihuahua. Well, there you go. At least you have more pets. It's still sad to lose one, regardless. King Cobra, how you doing? I forgot to show you all the sticker that I got with the Dilgaff Addy stand that came with this sticker. Established 2010, it looks like. 20. No. Is that 2018? Maybe it says 2018. So he hasn't even been around that long. What's up, Saint? How you doing? Um, so, other than that, um, if this mod ever goes on sale really cheap, I would recommend picking one of this. The Tinker 2. This is a great little mod. Great little mod. I love the blue one is nice, especially for the women that like purple, or if you really like a nice dark blue, because this changes from blue to purple depending on the way the light hits it. So it's got a really nice color changing paint on here, and the mod just plain out works. So I really like that. Along with the Aegis X. Lately though, the Aegis X, man, I've been blowing through batteries so fast. But for people with hard, or vision issues, you can really see. I'm at 75 watts. You can't miss that, even with a bad camera. Um, oh, you're still waiting for Speed to answer your message? Dadgum, Saint. Speed don't check Facebook much. If it was Facebook Messenger, good luck. I could send him a text message. Um, I'll do that right now. Um, there we go. So, yeah, he's probably driving right now. So I sent him a text, so he will get that and see it and know to check. How about that? he's not going to check it right now if he's driving. I would not want him to. Even though he has a nice little stand he puts his phone up into. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that while you're driving. If you can let Speed know I message him, be great. It's about the Black Vine bottles. Oh, okay. Ah, the Black Vine. That's that company over in the UK that we can't get the juice that Vic talks about all the time. But I think he said that it has black currant in there or something, and I'm not sure I would care for that. The Rockford Project. There you go. If they start distributing over here in the U.S., I will try it, though. Definitely. I'm going to rebuild something tonight. I'm just trying to think of what right now. There's so much on my desk. Oh, my God. I need to just wipe all this off and start over just because of how much that's up here that I'm like, really? I don't even vape that right now. I see. Yeah, I never had a taste for black currant. I just didn't. Now this I was trying to vape again because this is the dual stacked Mage V2, I do believe it is, which it looks really good with all the black. I guess I should have a black drip tip on there, shouldn't I? But had to throw a little blue on there. You can't see my desk? Imagine. Oh, well, I could show you. Let me switch to my build cam and I'll try to show you some of it anyway. Let me see here. There's RDA. Look, all the RDAs on top of my desk right now that need to be reorganized, redone completely. I had the .com was up there, fatalities, the Glass V2. There's a lot of stuff. I need to get a stand and put all that stuff on there. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, I don't even know what to do. That's some of my desk. Can't blame a guy for making a complete mess. That doesn't even begin to give you. Well, thanks, Munchkin. I appreciate that. Yeah, tally on it wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. I love the SX Mini, but the tank doesn't sit flush. I'm using the stock ones. It doesn't sit flush. Well, I have the, we're going to try it, Saint. Right now I have the rebuildable, and that's flush. You're not getting any more flush than that. Where's one of the other? It's right over here. I'm going to see if what you're saying is true. There it is. I think what you're seeing is the silver on the bottom of this. So there's silver on the very bottom of this. Is that what you're seeing, or you're actually seeing a gap? So there's silver there. I'm going to put that on here just to see if it sits flush. I'm trying to look to see if there's any light. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try and get a sticker and slide. If there's a gap, it's very minute. Wow. Yeah, look. I can get a piece of paper. That's a very minute gap, but yeah, you're right. There is a very slight gap there. The rebuildable section has no gap. The stock coils have, I can't even see light through it. Well, now I can barely see a little. It's very, very small. Forgetful Red, you got it. I will build the Glass V2. It's right here, so I will do that. Always check your seals. If you're having problems with any RTA, first thing to do before you think that your build is bad is check your seals. If you have one that's missing or cracked, that will cause flooding like crazy. That's the first thing you should check. So here's the glass V2. I have a Vape band on there. I'm going to have to take that off, but here's the glass V2. This also has the sliding deck at the top that you just slide over when you want to fill it. There's some juice in there, but I can get this upside down, and we're going to take the deck off and rebuild this thing, because that's what Forgetful Red wants to see. Hey, there we go. We got something to do now. Get my build camera up here so we can get this right in here, and this is the Stevie Dilligaff Porter build stand right there. So what serial number or whatever we got going on here, I don't know. 11506. Okay. This is probably going to look bad. Yeah, the rebuildable one. Oh my gosh, that looks dark. So, Forgetful Red, if this is not crusty and old and dark looking, I don't know what is. So, there you go. I haven't vaped this one in a while, so I should have took it apart. So, there, I got it pulled out now. That looks nice and gross. Pull one side out and get the other side out. Hopefully. There we go. That is rough. I want y'all to see how dark these coils are. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to dry fire this. And these things are going to look like brand new. So that looks like mold. It's not mold. It's just really old juice. So I'm going to fire this and make this all go back to looking good. I'm going to put this on a mod that really is not made for that big a tank, but that's all right. Let's turn up the wattage some. That's good enough. Y'all saw how black this was, right? First, I'm going to blow this. That's cleaner, but not good yet. But I'm going to go hit this on some water, and that's going to get the rest of that. It's on fire. Hold on. All right, we're back. So, burn that crap off. That's what I'm doing, Dave. I'm burning it. Now she's washed off. I'm going to put this back on the mod and burn off all the water that just got on here. There we go. And y'all saw how black those were. You don't need to throw those coils out, you know, when that happens. There we go. Now it's in focus. See, now it looks good. So, as far as the seal goes, there's a seal right here. Make sure you have that seal. See that black seal right there? Make sure that one's there. Also, there's a seal right here. Very important, that seal. Check really good around here, because if this one's busted, you're going to have a flood like crazy. It's going to flood so bad. So I'm going to set this sideways so y'all can see how much cotton I put in here. I may have to grab some more cotton, which that's right behind me. These are bigger. This is the Muji that Wolf sent me, and the pads are way bigger for some reason. These pads are a lot bigger. I mean, they really are. I'm gonna try to use them anyway. They're just longer, so this way is a lot longer. But this length is about right. So if you have Muji, you know, I go about this wide, so almost, you know, well, my fingers are big, so don't really judge it by that. But a little bigger than the two coils. So if you go from end to end on the metal there, that's about how wide. So I'm going basically from here to here. And then I'm going to peel off the outside edges here. Now, I haven't used this Muji before. This is a different kind of pad, but I'm hoping that it's going to be enough cotton. Oh yeah, it's going to be enough. This is coming through nice and tight, actually. You want your cotton to be able to slide back and forth easily, not yanking the coil back and forth. You know, you don't want that, but you don't want it so loose that it just slides right through. That's too loose. Try and keep this on camera for you guys. I guess I could be back on the build stand now, couldn't I? Technically, yes. Take this off of here. I don't want to accidentally fire it or something. There we go. Now, as far as the wicking's concerned, Scuba, I haven't, huh? I haven? Not sure. What you mean there? So, what you're trying to do is get enough cotton to go down into this build area, this wicking area here. But you don't need it to come all the way down here in this bottom. You just want to fill up this area right here. This giant chasm right here that's right here. That all has to be full of wick, but not all the way down to here in this slot. You don't want it down that far. But it has to fill this top area. If it doesn't, it's going to flood like crazy, and you're going to have a bad day. So the easiest way to do that, basically you're going to take your scissors and put that, whoops, let me get back on camera, all the way against the base of the RTA in this case, and cut the base of the RTA right here. I'm hitting buttons on my keyboard. This is hard to reach across. You love it? Awesome, Dave. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, the Fatality, man. That was my favorite. And now I still think it's my favorite as far as ease of build goes, and you know, being able to take that thing apart and put new wick in there and put it back together. It's just best overall. But I'm getting even better flavor out of the Trilogy, which I wouldn't give anything better ratings than the Fatality for flavor, but this one actually did kick its tail somehow. And I think it's the main difference of how far your mouth is away from the coil. So the fatality is obviously a lot taller. So if you judge where the coil is on the fatality and all the way up here, so this one's a lot shorter distance, and that's where the bump in flavor comes from. So now I'm going to take and strum these out, because when you cut your cotton, it leaves these white marks where all your cotton gets compressed and it won't pull up the juice really well. So I'm just strumming this out to straighten out all the fibers. I'm going to have to clean the tank out too, because that juice that's in there is very old and we won't be vaping that. There we go. That's pretty good right there. Oh yeah, it's kind of like a RDA. I agree completely, Dave. I do. It's one of the closest things I had to a RDA as far as flavor goes. So now I'm just taking and folding this back into this slot. Just folding this back into the slot. And I will show you a close-up of that so you can see what I'm talking about once I get this in here. If I can get it all in there. You don't want to cram it in there or you're going to have more wicking issues. But I want you to see that that entire area is full of cotton. Right here where it goes in is full. Not down here. You can see that's open. But this top area is completely packed with cotton. And it's still loose. I can still slide this up and down. You don't want it so tight that it's not going to be able to pull juice up. And you also have that glass that's going around this, so it can't be like puffed way out over here. So if you get too much and pull it up, you're going to puff your cotton out to the side, and then your crown or your chimney won't go back down on there. So you got to kind of keep, that's why I said cut it even with the bottom, the base of the RTA. That way you don't have any issues. All right, this one's in there. So just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Try and make it look all nice and neat. And I know that's not focusing worth the down because it's all bright white, but it's all in there, but I did not make it go all the way down to there. That's why I just basically, now that you can see it, I just put my scissors all the way against the bottom of the RTA. That's where I cut, just like that. With these, if you're looking, whoa, I almost cut my camera cord. Oh my God, my camera cord's right there. I literally almost just went snip. That would have been bad. Y'all would have been like, where'd the camera go? These are Harbor Freight. So you can pick these up for like $6 at Harbor Freight. They cut cotton really well. I don't suggest cutting wire with them or anything, but as far as cutting your cotton for wicking, works great. Back pain relief. Oh, fully favorable today. Nice, Dave. I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad all that got approved finally, and you're gonna be in a much better world now. So we're gonna put Nilla nuts on here because I know what that's supposed to taste like. And this Glass V2 actually gives me good flavor, really good flavor actually, and it's because, in part, due to the fact that the chimney is made of glass. I think glass doesn't like give the most, it doesn't give really better flavor. It gives a sharper flavor, if you know what I mean. It's still great flavor, either whether it be metal or glass, but on glass it seems to be a sharp, more defined flavor. It's the best way I could explain it. And now I got to wash the tank off because the tank, 8 years, holy crap, Dave, that's a long time. That's a long time to be fighting for that. Where did I put the rest of the Glass V2? Oh, I put it over here, pouring juice all over my desk. Scuba, pay attention to what you're doing. I literally poured juice all over my desk. Okay, now it's not poured all over my desk. But yeah, I got this glass in here, it needs to be cleaned out, so I'll be right back. There we go. Much better now. Much better. See, now you can actually see all down through there. I just got to dry it off now. So the seals on the rest of this, you should never mess with those. They should already be right. And the only way to get, if you've ever taken this completely apart, so if I unscrew the bottom of this, these little teeth go away, then the glass will pop out. And there's a seal up in there that the glass slides into. I'm sorry, Pat. Hey, there was nothing better than the Fatality as far as RTAs go. Hey, the Fatality held its ground for, what, a year or two? And I still love the Fatality. Don't get me wrong, Pat. I still love the Fatality. I'm just telling you that this trilogy gave me better flavor. It's all because of how short the tank. Now, this is a 30 millimeter RTA. Be very aware of that. It's not a smaller RTA, so it's not going to fit on all your mods. John Q, we were talking about you earlier. Did your ears burn? And you was like, oh my God, I got to get in there and see what they're talking about. Because we were talking about you. So as you can see, this is starting to dry up a little bit. I like going back and putting some more on here. And now we're going to have to pre-burn these a few times. Like I said, you don't want to taste that new sock smell taste. Your ears are burn free, okay? Let's throw this back on this old RX2 or whatever they called this thing back in the day. Takes dual 2700s. Atomizer low, that would be funny. 0.24 is where my coil is. Every time I build fuse Claptons, they're 0.23, 0.24, depending on the mod I set it on. So I'm going to fire this a few times. Oh, wow, that smells really good, actually. And all I'm looking for is to break in the cotton really good so that it doesn't have that brand new cotton taste. And I do this a lot on RTAs because if you seal this up before you break it in good, you're going to get that cotton taste for a while. I mean, I've had it go for almost an hour before it actually starts tasting right. So if I do this beforehand, it's good right off the bat. Because then you've soaked the center of that coil where the cotton is with juice so much that the rest is just falls into place. Being very careful not to let this plastic touch the coil. Oh wow, you made 8 or 10? Oh yeah, I mean, or was it me? I don't know. If you sold someday, hey, good for you. So now we're going to slide this in. It should slide in easy with no troubles. Then you can see inside here, you can see your wicking and the coils and everything in there. And then there's your airflow at the bottom, which you can turn off and back on. I'm going to turn it off just to fill it, just in case it wants to pour juice. This also, if you're missing this seal, that will cause any piece on your Glass V2, if it's missing a seal, will cause massive leaking. It's like turning a milk jug upside down, and then it kind of bubbles as it's coming out, but if you poke a hole in it, it's going to pour out really fast. Same thing with a tank. It does the same thing. So where's the nil nuts? Okay, so we're going to fill this up. Look at it just going around the sides. I like it. This actually does, the fill port does not look friendly. It's not that bad to milling. As you can see, it's not like bubbling back on me very much, especially if I keep it tilted. And now it's full. Just going to close this off. There it is, full of juice. As you can see, there's the air bubble there. You can see everything on there. And I actually probably need to go up. Yeah, I need to go up to 75 watts because that's where I vape this at. $75. We're good to go. All right, so now we're going to vape this. Let me make sure I got the drip tip clean. Ooh, it smells good. It helps if you open the airflow. I forgot I turned that off. And then you can see the vapor inside the chamber. The good way to avoid that, after you finish vaping, let off the button and continue to vape or continue to inhale, and it'll suck all the extra vape off the coils. Because what happens when you hit the fire button, the coils get really hot and it produces vapor, right? When you let off, it's still really hot and it's still producing a little bit of vapor. So you're going to get a cloud inside of there. So if you let off of the fire button and continue to pull in, it'll catch the rest of that, and this will stay cleaner a little bit longer for you. So see, now that I pulled it out of there, it's now you can see right through it. Even though this is a darker liquid, it's brownish looking, I can tell, but it's not a clear liquid. So there you go. Let's try this again. What is getting on my hand? Did I sneeze all over myself or something? All right. See, that way it stays clear. Now, if I just puff it like normal, see, it stays cloudy in there. So that's why I say give it an extra little pull. Is the inner glass pretty thick? That's a good question, DeMillan. It's not real thick, but it's not like you're going to break it. The inner glass it's contained by those 4 teeth. It holds the glass in, and then the glass sticks up inside of a seal at the top of the tank so that it keeps it straight. And then you put the good thing is you can break it all down and clean it. Then when you put it back together, you don't have to worry about taking that back out. I mean, really, I cleaned this without having to take it completely apart, but I could have. This is not hitting as hard as I would like it to. It could be this mod. I want it to hit harder than this. I may put it on a different mod just to get my full 75 watts out of it. It's getting there, though. Let me try a better mod just to see, because, you know, I'm picky. I got to have a mod that's going to actually put out the wattage that it's supposed to. I'm going to try it on the Aegis X at the same wattage, and we're going to see if the cloud stays the same or if it gets bigger. Because that mod's been out for a while. So this one, 75 watts, same wattage. I can tell the difference right off the bat. Whoa, hold on. Let's try that again with lesser of a hit, because that hit hard. Woo! I wish this cough would go away. Y'all don't know how bad I want this cough to go away. I apologize for coughing if y'all are wearing headphones. I can't help it. Trying to hit this lower. Oh, goodness. This has got really good flavor, though. It's as far as Steam Crave goes, it's one of their better RTAs that I like. This glass is not the glass V2. I don't know about the V1. I never got the V1. The V2 is not a bad tank. And this also is a bigger tank. Let me see what millimeter I'm getting on this. I can't remember the exact size. This is another 30 millimeter. This is 30 millimeters also. So, once again, if you don't have a mod that can handle 30 millimeters, you know what's funny though? This is the 30 millimeter glass V2 on top of here, and you can actually see the overhang. The 30 millimeter Trilogy is not that bad. That's surprising, actually, because the Trilogy is the same. I mean, let me measure it, but they're both 30 millimeter tanks. 29.8 is what I'm getting off the Trilogy at its thickest setting, which is 30. You're very welcome, Forgetful Red. I hope that helps you. If you get enough cotton in that wicking area at the top to where there's no gaps you should be fine without all the pouring, as long as all your seals are there. Very important to check those seals. Cracks get in those O-rings, and you won't even know it unless you pull the O-ring off and kind of stretch it a little bit to see if there's a line, because some people will get, and when they slide their glass, they'll cut into that seal and not even know it. Yeah, Pat, I did have an x-ray done. They didn't really see anything except that slight piece of pneumonia, but that's gone. That's been long gone. Right now it's just a cough that won't go away. The mesh deck for the Aromomizer Plus. Ian, I have not seen the mesh deck for the Aromomizer Plus. Not bad. I'm going to take this back off and put it back on the other mod because I want my Trilogy on top of here. And I'll show you the difference that this one doesn't really overhang like that, which doesn't make sense. Or not that I can see it anyway. It's just barely. I mean, it just looks like it's a little better matched for it. Is this a new coil? Sure, it's a new coil. Why not? And see, I can hit the Trilogy and don't cough, which find that interesting. Now, this is a different juice. I will say that. This is the blueberry cake from Glass. I really enjoy this flavor, actually. If y'all like blueberry at all, you should definitely try this. It's good stuff. I know, right? But MB Smiths, I can't blow a big cloud. I'm trying, but I can't. So we'll go back to the Glass V2. Put this back on this other Wismec mod. Since it seems like they're both putting out the same. Whatever you do, say away from anyone who looks Chinese. Don't even order or eat in Chinese. Yeah, Pat, I have the Kung Flu. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now I'm starting to be able to hit this and it'd be better. Now, J. Jerry, they didn't do any test on my blood to see if my vitamin count was low. That's possible too. I almost got by without coughing. Almost. My sons complained that I don't text them or call them, and then I text them and they never answer me. So you tell me who's at fault. Me or them? Jesus. There we go. This is getting smoother and smoother. I mean, maybe I'm just getting the crud out that was in there before, even though I washed it. I'm trying not to take too big of a hit because I know I'll cough. I would like to take a big hit. I can get nicked out hitting that thing too quick. I mean, I only vape 6 milligram. I know a lot of folks have gotten down to 3. I've tried that. It doesn't work for me very well. Every time I go down to 3, I end up being really, really bitchy is the best way to explain it. So I stay at 6. I mean, I figured if I did ever get down to 3, I would have to go down to 5 and stay there for a while. Then go down to 4 and stay there for a while. Then go down to 3. Because I tried to jump from 6 to 3 and it wasn't happening. Now, I was able to jump from 12 to 6, no problem. But 6 any lower, it just won't work. Okay, good night, King Cobra. All our children are the same. Never hear from them until they need something. Pat, that's exactly what's happening. Hey, Michael. That's exactly what's happening to me, Pat. My son called me 2 days ago because his car wouldn't start. And he said it was, doing stuff in the cold. It wouldn't start in the cold, and sometimes when it's warm, it would start. And I was like, dude, either you have the car was too new, but ignition control module goes bad a lot on cars, but not on the newer cars. So what it ended up being was the crank sensor, which if y'all have you have a crank sensor in your car. If that goes bad, yeah, it'll keep it from starting. If what happens is it'll get a crack in there, and then especially as it heats up or the little crack will get in there and it can't judge where your motor's at when it's turning, it won't start. It don't know when to send the spark to your plug. So anyways, he got that fixed. But when he called today, he's like, "You don't even ever call me, man. 3 months and you don't call me." I'm like, "Really? I just talked to you 2 days ago." The wicking is working great. You wasn't putting enough forgetful red. I am glad to hear that. Am I getting the 510 adapter for the Vinci? DeMillan, that would be a negative. Because, is that a fan belt? No, Pat, is not a fan belt. Your crank sensor, no. Usually somewhere near the crank, mounts on the side of the engine or towards the front where your harmonic balancer is. And it looks for your crank as it spins over. So it knows when to send fire to your spark plugs. Boom, 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 boom. If the sensor goes bad, it don't know where your engine's at. So it don't know when to fire. So your car won't start. Simple. That's why a lot of times when people or mechanics check for fire on a car first, because if it's getting spark to the plug, you know that that's good. If it doesn't, then you got to narrow that down. Michael Smith, I do not have it yet. I might have it in the future. I believe that I'm on the list to get one, but it'll be the batch after the Chinese New Year, so that means after February 4th. So maybe mid-February I might have it. I mean, I'd love to be able to say, hey, I'll review it for you right now, but I don't have it yet. Hoping I have the Kelpie RTA. I don't have the RDA yet. So you're assuming all that was in English? Yes, it was in English, Munchkin. I don't enjoy working on cars, especially like if you go and you're a mechanic somewhere and they make you deal with waiters that want their oil changed and you have to get up under that car when the car is so like in the summer and their engine is boiling freaking hot and you have to reach up in there to take off their oil filter and you can burn the crap out of yourself. Yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. And you have to change your oil quick. They want it done quick. So you have to get up in there with gloves or something so you don't burn the crap out of your hand. But yeah. What's up, Moose? This is getting easier and easier. I really think my cold is going away. I'm sure Scuba will make it leak. I will try, JJ. I will try to make it leak. That was a big cloud for me. It's getting better. I'm telling you. I'm going to, hey, Shopkey, how's it going? Hope everything's good over there. I'm telling you, this cold is going away. I figure maybe a week more and the cough will be gone and I'll be able to take fat rips again. That would be awesome. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a cloud, man. I can't never do that. What does DeMillan have a link to? They already have it at 3F Vape? Well, dispatching time listed below. You see that? Look below that, DeMillan. This product will be shipped around February 28th. So more than a month from now. If you order it now, they'll ship it February 20th. So basically the 1st of March before they ship it. What's up, Corey? So how much did I pay for the replacement of the Fatality? Can't spell the bloody thing. You spelled Fatality correctly, Pat. How much did I pay for the replacement of the Fatality? Oh, the glass? Well, when you get a Fatality, Pat, especially if you get an authentic one, it comes with replacements. Now, if you have to get more, I don't know if the original site still sells the glass. They may. If not, you can get the glass from China. It's not that big a deal. The best thing to do is... Oh, you were showing me the shiny blue. Thanks, DeMillan. Okay. I was just trying to explain that if you do order from there, I want people to be aware they're not shipping them until February 28th. So don't be thinking you're going to order it and you'll get it next week. That ain't happening. Chinese New Year is in effect, and don't expect anything anytime soon from China. The vendors that ordered stuff and got it in, as soon as they're out, they're going to be messed up until all this stuff catches back up in February, mid-February. Ian Trilogy. Trilogy. Trilogy's right here. Let's see if I can vape it without coughing. Oh, yeah. This is getting better every minute. I think maybe it's the alcohol that's working. Damn it. Okay, I'm starting to cough up stuff now. Oh, they stopped talking to you about the intake dual. Yeah, I'm sorry you had that problem, John Q. I haven't had any problems out of my my intake dual, and I promise you, if I had another one, if I bought more than one, I would send you my other one. I only have this one. That's it. I don't even know if Munchkin's got one. She might. Intake dual. Okay, Munchkin has one too. So we both have one, but we don't have backups. So if I had a spare one, I would just send you one, man. I got no problem with that. John Q. You ain't sending him shit. Oh, what did you do to Munchkin, John Q? I ain't sending John Q shit. China's on lockdown because of that virus. Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, I think that me and Patrick have the Kung Flu virus, or the Cortana virus, whatever they want to call it. Munchkie can. He said Munchie. Gosh, I can't even talk. Munchie can suck it. Wow, John Q, you're funny. I am enjoying being able to vape a little bit better. The main thing that's I've noticed, I'm starting to taste flavor again. The flavor was like gone. It was really sucking the vape. And it's hard to review something or show it live and tell you how good the flavor is when it's all my taste buds were screwed up and coughing, and it just, ugh. It wasn't all of China, just 30 million. Talion, yeah. Yeah, that was just like what, 5% of China, 30 million, no big thing. Well, J. Jerry, EH Pro has never charged a lot for their stuff, whether it be the RTA or the RDA. Yeah, $29 is about average for something like that. And if it's got great flavor, the way that not only TVP but Jay Hayes said, then it's probably going to be something that people want to pick up. I like RDAs. I mean, RDAs basically give you the best flavor out there on the market. So squonking, I think, adds an extra benefit because of the fact that you have a tank with a dripper on top. See, I'm starting to choke up. This cold is about to go. It's on its final stages. My immune system has finally kicked its ass, and I'm ready for it to be gone. Does the Kelpie RTA build the same way with extra wicking? Forgetful Red, they all build basically the same. You don't need as much on the Kelpie. If you put that much on the Kelpie, you're going to get dry hits. The Kelpie is very little wicking. If mine wasn't just recently built, I'd take it apart and build it. I mean, it's literally full of juice right now. Yeah, see, it's full. If I was to take it apart, I would have a bad pour of juice all over the Kelpie needs just enough to come off the coils and droop down on the sides. If you put too much on the Kelpie, now that's one. Most RTAs you can build the same way you did the Glass V, or that I just did the Glass V2. The Kelpie is a lot less wicking because of the fact that It's yeah, I can do it next week. Forgetful Red. I just remind me. I will get the Kelpie ready. I'm also gonna do that electric etching stuff next week. I'm gonna try to get that set up for everybody to, if they have an interest in doing that. I mean, maybe we need to go buy some kind of hobby place to get some stencils, and I'll make a cup or something. But yeah, that ought to be cool. But yeah, the Kelpie, the Kelpie's picky. If you put too much wick in there, you're going to get dry hits. So that one, that's the only one I would say back off a little bit on the wick. The Glass V2, the Fatality, the the trilogy needs a lot of wick. It does, because of the fact that it has that giant airflow hole right under the center. So if you put not enough wick, it's gonna drop down. Forgetful Red, I got no problem. I would do it right now if it wasn't full. I would, but this thing, if I take it apart right now, it's gonna flood all over the place. I'm pretty sure Vic did a video on it. Also, if you want to watch Vic's wicking tutorial on the Kelpie, he would build it the same way I would, I'm sure. So there you go. If you're in a hurry to get it done. But right now, the Glass V2 ought to be working really good for you. Yeah, you can see this thing is not leaking a drop. There's not one drop coming off this thing. So if you get it built like that, yeah, you're golden. Oh yeah, starting to hit this better and better. And like I said, see now you can see a little vapor in there. So hello, Rage Killer, how you doing? So that little bit of vapor, I just pulled that out just by hitting it again. After, like if you vape it, let off, and continue to vape, usually that gets most of it. If you get a little bit more in there, just hit it without pushing the fire button. That'll clear this up, because if you don't do that, what happens is that juice condensates on the chimney, and your chimney will start looking really black and dirty, and you'll have to take it apart and clean it. This way just prolongs that. It's eventually going to happen anyway, but this prolongs it. There are not a lot of you guys. No, there's not a lot of us in here, Rage Killer. You'll stay. Would like to. Oh, you would like to etch your Dilligap. You know, Ian, this would work perfect for that. You could definitely etch your because this is stainless, or aluminum. It would work really good for this. So when I get when I get it set up for next week, I'll set it up, and I can't do a Addy stand obviously, but I've done the stainless steel cups, no problem. Well, thank you, Corey, for subscribing. I'll do one of those cups next week and show y'all the basic process, and then you can take it from there and go. And the only thing you can't do is any kind of coated metal. Did I smoke cigarettes before? Rage Killer. I smoked cigarettes for 32 years. I don't know if you're actually interested in vaping, but that's what we're here for. I'm definitely willing to help you if that's what you need to do, is try to quit smoking. That's up to you. But yeah, I smoked cigarettes for 32 years. I've been vaping for 8, almost 9 years now. So I think that vaping has truly saved most of the people's lives in this chat right now. Without vaping, we would all probably be dying of cancer or COPD or some other type of issue that comes from smoking. The smoking is just, all the chemicals they put in cigarettes is just killing people. The tar really, really gets you. So the nicotine, don't think that the nicotine is what is killing people. That's not it. Nicotine is just like caffeine. It's an addictive substance just like caffeine, but it's because of all the other chemicals they put in there. I'm vaping, but my mom has been cigarettes. How do I get her off? I have a smoke. Infinix. Rage Killer. Okay. That's a good question. I don't know how long your mom's been smoking. I'm glad you're vaping, by the way, but if your mom is smoking, you can suggest vaping to her. Now, this is the problem with it. If your mom is not ready to quit or doesn't have a desire to quit smoking, you are not going to get her to quit. You're just not going to be able to do it. the best thing you could do is find some kind of starter kit where she could, um, yeah, you gave it to her? Okay. If she smokes a lot, it depends on how much she smokes. If she smokes over a pack a day, her nicotine level needs to be higher. Um, exactly, Pat. If you still have the odd cigarette, don't put yourself down. That's fine. If your mom smokes a lot, like a pack and a half a day, you're gonna go. It has to be able to satisfy her before she will even consider vaping as an alternative to smoking. So, I mean, most places sell 24 milligram all the way down to zero. So, I would suggest, like, if she's smoking like a pack and a half a day, maybe start her at 12 milligram nicotine. Um, you don't want to get them started on a really, really high nic because then it's hard to get them to come back down. But if 12 milligrams not enough for her, then maybe you can go a little higher. You got 12 salt. Okay. Nic salt is smooth. Um, Nic salt you can get in really high milligrams. I know that for a fact, but there's no need to go with the salt nic really. You can use regular e-juice. It's going to be a lot stronger, more potent, I think. More of a throat hit, which is what a smoker needs. The salt nic doesn't really have that throat hit, I don't think, compared to regular e-juice. Salt nic is a smooth vape, and that's why people are able, like, vaping the Juul and stuff with the really high 50 milligram nicotine, which the young kids are using that just to get a buzz, which I don't agree with. But if you're vaping normal e-juice with a lower nicotine level, you're still going to get that throat hit. The more the PG, so you got PG and VG in your e-juice, right? The PG gives you more of that throat hit and the flavor. The PG is the flavor carrier. The VG is the amount of vapor, the cloud that you get. The VG is just, it smooths everything out and gives you the big clouds. So now, if your mom is allergic to either one, PG or VG, you'll have to adjust the ratios. That's the big thing. But getting a great starter kit, I mean, something simple for her to get would be something like the Vupu Vinci. This thing, very cheap, inexpensive, goes up to 40 watts. It's rechargeable. I got two of them sitting here. Rechargeable. This one I only have at 14 watts. Well, it went down to 10 because it timed out there. I usually set this at 14 watts. And this either hits by just drawing on it, which she needs something that's really comparable to a cigarette, because switching over to vape, she'll cough a lot. Now, even if she's vaping and she's enjoying it, when you first start vaping and not smoking, you're still going to cough a lot. That is completely normal. I know for a fact that I would also cough a lot. And what's happening is the vapor's cleaning out that crap that's in your lungs from smoking all those years. She'll just start coughing up this nasty crap. And you're getting all that stuff out of your lungs, and she'll start breathing better. Food will taste better. Everything will start getting better if she switches over to vaping. You have the Novo and the Infinix right now, and it takes too long. I understand, Rage. Yeah, if you get anything for her, that would be. Oh, you got to ship it. Oh goodness, yeah. See, most starter kits. The best thing to do is look up a really good starter kit, because you want something that'll get her off, but you don't want her to vape something that's gigantic like this. You don't want to move over to that, because what happens is it kind of ruins you. If you get something really good like that, the Coco is good. Harry, there you go. You can get the Coco. Uwell makes that, or the Caliburn. Those are really good little starter pod kit deals. Yeah. So if you start her on something like this, it's going to be so strong and flavorful, it'll be hard for her to back it down to something like a starter kit. I made that mistake when I first started vaping. I went from like a EVOD little pod kit or starter kit deal straight to a dripper, and the dripper's way stronger. And then it made where I couldn't go back to smaller kits, because it's like, you got a vape shop, They have a Nord and an Aspire. I don't know which Aspire they got. The Aspire AVP is not bad. I don't know which one they have. The Nord was pretty good. Yeah, the Caliburn is supposed to be the best to get off cigs. Well, there you go. $1,000 a month. Wow, Dave. Your doctor tells you to keep using them. That's a good question, Pat. I don't know why he's telling you to keep using them unless he thinks that if you don't use them, you're going to start coughing again or the effects of the COPD may kick back in. If you really think you don't need it, I'm really wondering why your doctor I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not telling you, hey, don't use your inhaler. If your doctor's telling you to use your inhaler, then you probably need to use your inhaler. I mean, I don't know what reason he has or he or she has, but they usually have their reasons. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, if they have steroids in them, Munchkin, that's another thing. Yeah, which some of them inhalers do have steroids in there, and you don't want to just drop them cold turkey. That would be bad. You spent $85 on Juul pods and juice. Well, I'm surprised that you spent that much money on Juul because I do not like Juul at all. I don't like what they stand for and what they're trying to do to the market. Juul is a big advertiser all over the gas stations everywhere, and it just is bullcrap. You always hear that. Well, it's the truth. We were around way before Juul came around. The Juul is nice to hold. Now, if you like the way the Juul feels and how small it is, look up the UL Caliburn. It is shaped the same way, but it's a much better device, and you can put your own juice in there instead of using the juice that Juul makes. That's why I recommend the Caliburn. The Caliburn, the Juul, you get what they make, which they stopped making flavored Juul pods, so all you're getting is menthol or tobacco. That's it. With the UL Caliburn, you can take whatever juice flavor you want. If you want strawberry or whatever, boom, you're good to go. Yeah, it does look like a Juul. The Caliburn looks just like a Juul, so there you go. Oh, you're in Canada. I got you. I gave her the Anakin T18. Wow. David Fisher. That's good to hear. The T18 is basically a really basic starter kit. But if it worked for her, it's not about what you use. Whatever you get, and if it's keeping you from smoking one cigarette a day, so be it. Any improvement is a good thing. And if it's got her completely stop smoking, that's even better. But it's not about the ones you smoke. It's about the ones you don't smoke. So, if it's keeping her from smoking half a pack a day or 3/4 of a pack a day. The Vupu Zip. I have not heard of the Zip Rage Killer. I have the Vupu Vinci. That's the one I was just showing you. This is the Vupu. See, it's got a big Vupu logo on the back. This is the 1400 mAh battery, so the battery lasts a while on this, which is why I recommended it because it lasts a lot longer as far as the Alpha Zip. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. A lot of these companies have came along with a much better device than what we used to be able to get. I mean, when we were first starting vaping, I know at least me, there was very limited supply of stuff you could buy. It kind of sucked. And I was really surprised I was able to get off of smoking because there was not much. It's 16 Canadian. Well, there you go. That's cheap. I mean, if you're trying to help your mom, obviously, I mean, you don't want to. Yeah, the Aegis Boost. There you go. That's another good one. I don't have an Aegis Boost, but I've heard nothing but good things about that. Vupu Zip. Let me see what this looks like. DeMillan posted a link. Why is it taking so long? Good Lord. $74.95. See, that's way expensive for something that looks way expensive. $75. Why is it so expensive? It's got a gene chip. See, that would be too much for her, in my opinion. That's a big old sub-ohm tank on top of there, and a mod that does 180 watts. She don't need that. I'm not saying it's a bad mod. It just looks expensive for what it does. You can get a mod that does 180 watts. That's way cheaper than that. I mean, even the Tinker 2 is cheaper than that, and it's a way better mod than that is, in my opinion. I mean, I'm just looking at it, but yeah. Dave, I'm not a big pod system guy. I never have been, but oh, the Alpha Zip pod kit. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was looking at that Rage, and I'm like, what the heck? That's much. What's my opinion? Jewel got into vaping. Okay, they spent a few bucks, but their intention is to cause vaping to collapse. Well, Pat, okay. I don't know if their sole intentions. What it is the tobacco companies are scared because they're losing a lot of money to vapors now. All the, it's all about this MSA agreement, which I know y'all don't have over there, but we have it over here in the United States. And Juul is they have a lot of money because it's big tobacco. So they're able to put out the advertising that none of these other vape companies can do, which is why that Juul got so popular. And it's from smoking in the cold. You got bronchitis from smoking in the cold? Well, I don't think that would give you bronchitis, but smoking can lead to a lot of bad things. But if you're going to get bronchitis, you're just going to get it. You're going to get sick. I may get a strike. Pat, you may be right. If they strike me because of talking about it, really? I'm not using a damn Juul. The tags is what gets you. Thank you, Tandy, for letting me know. Tandy just come in out of the blue and said, hey. No, that is not. If that was Munchkin coughing in the background, that would be a manly ass cough for her. That was Patrick. He still coughs just as bad as I do. We both got the coughs. His voice is at about 50-60% now. He's getting some of his voice back. But yeah, he's sick. We're both still sick. And we're almost done with it. What do I think? But what about benzoic acid? That's in the Juul. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Rage. Why go with a company or a product that you don't know what's in their juice? The benzoic acid, I don't even know nothing about that in Juul. I've never paid attention to it that much. But you have to use the juice that they make. That's why I said get a UL Caliburn, because you get to put your own juice in there. And most e-juices are just PG, VG, nicotine, and whatever flavor. That's it. I'll look it up later, Rage. I'll look it up. Yeah, benzoic acid. Yeah. See, that Nick Salt stuff, I know it's a smoother hit because it's Nick Salt, but I would much rather have a stronger hit that makes sure that I don't smoke. And I just say get a Caliburn. Well, Rage, I've always been really chill. I mean, my voice may be loud, but I'm chill. That's because I'm old, Rage. I'm just old. You got bronchitis from a Bronco? The cocoa, that's a KO, DeMillan, but we'll let you go with cocoa like the chocolate. We'll go with that. I'm on here every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Rage. And if you have any questions, or you're still trying to help your mom out, or if your mom wants to get on here, bring her on, and I'll do everything I can to try to help her to get off cigarettes. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, at least. And everybody else in the channel is the same way. We're here to help, not bash you for anything that you're using. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Juul, but it's just the way it is. You're 63. Wow, Harry. Yeah, you're a little older than I am in years. Hey, why do you have 2 Power Armor chassis? I don't know, Munchkin. You're playing games. What can I text you on? Oh, here, I'll give you, let me give you my group. If you're on Facebook, even though it's probably been posting in chat all this time, you just got to pay attention. I'll give you a link to my group. You can text me on Facebook Messenger anytime you want. I'll get it, and that'll be an easy way to get a hold of me. Why did it say reference bookmarks? There you go. There's the link right there to the Hangout group. Feel free to join over there. We'll add you, and you can text in there, or you can message me on Messenger. And if you got any questions, go for it. Yeah, all you have to do is ask, man. That's what we're here for. Hell, I know I didn't think I would ever be able to quit smoking. I mean, I'm being completely honest. I really thought that I could never quit smoking ever. 32 years smoking, you think, oh man, I'll never be able to quit smoking. I'm addicted to smoking. I really don't want to quit smoking. And then you try something and you're like, wow, this actually might work. And it did for me. I'm somewhere. I'm like, I see people that have to dual use, and I completely understand. I just didn't have that problem. I literally vaped for 2 days, and during those 2 days, I might have had 1 or 2 cigarettes. After that, straight vaping. I never touched another cigarette, and it's been like that ever since. I'm just one of the lucky ones. Other people still have to have an occasional cigarette, and that's fine. I mean, hey, you got to. It's more, you want to live comfortably. You don't want to stress out about something like that. And a lot of people will use higher milligram nicotine e-juices when they're under a lot of stress. So thank you, Rage. If you're under a lot of nicotine, I don't know why I didn't get the message, but oh, there it is. No, that's not it. I don't know what message you sent. I didn't get it. Maybe it'll come through. Forgetful Red, I am so happy to hear that. Thank you for suggesting it. I mean, I needed something to do tonight. I'm glad that it's not leaking. I mean, now if you build it like that every time, leaking problems fixed. See, mine's not leaking and yours is not leaking. We're happy together. You just don't get an urge for a cig. DeMillan, to be honest with you, all right, I know the first couple years I smoked, oh my God. The first couple years I was vaping, every once in a while you'll get that smell from cigarette and you're like, wow, that smells so good, I want a cigarette. But after you've been vaping for a while, once you get past all that, now cigarettes smell terrible to me. I don't have a desire to smoke. Not to mention smelling the clothes and stuff. When you smoke cigarettes, your clothes just get covered in that smell. It sucks. Smoking just demolishes your clothes. It really, it does, Rage. If you smoke in your car's going to really stink. Until I got sick, I was stupid. I thought, because I found it so easy, just like you. Once I recovered, I'd just give the cigarette up again. Oh, what a mistake. Oh, yeah. Pat, see, this is the thing. I know for a fact that if I picked up another cigarette to try to smoke it, I would probably cough. But you know, it's just like when you first started smoking. You probably cough and you go, you know what? Well, I want to try it again, and then you try it again and again, and then you're addicted, and you're boom. Um, if you sent me a friend request, I am Stephen Andrews on Facebook. I don't know if you sent the right person a friend. I have nothing coming up on my Facebook. Um, but if you, the smell that you get from cigarette smoke, oh my God. I know if I started again, I probably could get hooked again, and I have no desire to do it. I really think that if I did that, it's almost like getting addicted to a drug of some sort, and you know, if you ever touch it again, you're in trouble. So I'd rather not and be happy with what I got now. One cig away from smoking. DeMillan, I know exactly what you mean right there. I know exactly what you mean. You're one cig away from smoking. So as long as you know, every time you think, hey, I need a cigarette, pick up your vaporizer, vape it, chill out. Everything's good in life again. You don't have to smoke that cigarette. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, you're right. It smells so disgusting, and we all used to smell like that. We all smelled like that. And I was like, wow. Because you would come in, you would like go, like, okay, say you're at somebody's house and you're like, you know they don't smoke in their house. And you go, man, I'm going to step outside and smoke a cigarette. So you go out there and smoke a cigarette, right? And you try to keep it away from you. You don't want to smell bad. So you send it to the other guy. Oh, yeah, don't do that, Rage. And then you put your cigarette out. You go back in the house, and they go, "Holy crap, dude! You smell like cigarettes." And you're like, "How do you even know that, man? I didn't. I trust me. If you smoke, it's going to get it on you, in your clothes, and when you go back in the house, somebody that don't smoke, it smells really bad." So yeah, I completely understand the way. I was wondering how people knew that, and now that once you get vaping for so long and you don't smoke cigarettes, you can smell cigarettes a mile away. It seems like it's like whoa, you can smell it so far away. Um, they start coughing. And I said, yeah, exactly. Pat, it's like I was telling Rage. If they do not want to quit, they're not going to quit. Um, they will go to their deathbed in the hospital with a doctor saying if you don't quit smoking, you're going to die. And they still will sneak outside and smoke a cigarette because there's some people you can't make them go the other way. Yeah, if the wind's right, you can smell it a while. Corey, exactly. You sent me a friend request. Corey, I don't know who you're sending these requests to. I mean, not Corey, I'm sorry. Rage, I don't know who you're sending it to. It's not coming to me, bud. All right, if you're looking for me on Facebook, my profile picture is me in a suit with my son in his Marine dress outfit. That's me. There's more than one Stephen Andrews on Facebook. I'm just saying. So, or if you're in my group, if you look up the admins of the group, I'm one of them. You can find my name there. Make sure you set the friend request to the right person. And because I got nothing. I got the right one now? Okay. Well, let me see if I got any notifications. Oh, I got somebody that asked to join the group. Maybe that's you. And you've already been added. I think I got a message too. No, that's something else on Facebook. That was baloney. Okay, there we go. Okay, well I don't see any wait, I got a message. No, that's from Shannon. It won't send. I don't know, bud. I don't know. If you got anything, you can post it in the group. If you have any questions, just post in the group. If you can't get a hold of me, or if I see you in the group, then I'll add you as a friend there. So I'm glad to know that she's got her tank. Red's got it not leaking anymore. That's awesome, because a leaky tank can make you really mad and you just want to throw the thing out the window. Can I ask if I'm correct? Is your birthday coming up soon? Pat, that is not me. My birthday is in August. So I don't know who that is, but my Facebook page? Do y'all want my Facebook page? Here, I'll give you my Facebook page. Maybe you'll find the right one now. Because apparently, there. That's an easy way to find me on Facebook. How about that? Because apparently, you posted hello? Okay. Let me go back and look at the group. There we go. Now I see your message. I wasn't sure if that was you. I saw where you asked to join the group, and then, yeah, I got you. A Red Ryder BB gun with compass in the stock is not a stock. It's not a sniper rifle. No, it is not, John Q. Your message is, you're going to sell my sniper rifle. Damn. Moose, thank you. Yeah, I thank him for his service all the time. You know what, Pat, out of all that, the Irish whiskeys and all that, do I still got my Vapors Nation ring? 3 Dog. I haven't seen that in forever. I think I did find that when I was moving, but I don't know where it is. And as far as what I like the best, you know what I like really good, Pat, because it goes good with Dr. Pepper, is Hennessy. I don't know why I like that one so much, but all of them were really good. So it doesn't matter really, but they were all good. Had a bunch of Irish whiskey. That was good stuff. We demolished that. All that whiskey. It's gone. A Vapors Nation ring. Wow. That is old school right there, 3 Dog. I would have to really look hard. Maybe I got it somewhere. I lost a lot of stuff when I was moving, though, and a lot of stuff got thrown away, and a lot of stuff is in storage that I'll probably never get again because I can't. I'm not paying for that storage anymore. I got everything I needed out of there. I mean, it's at $235 right now, and I'm not paying that. They can kiss my tail. Not to mention just having to drive down there. The stuff that's in stores now is too big to fit in any vehicle. I would have to rent a U-Haul just to put that stuff, and then there's nowhere to put it here, so why even go get it? It won't fit. A 300-gallon aquarium, not going to fit. Even a 250-gallon or the 200-gallon. Any one of them aquariums won't fit. The compressor, way too big. Think something's wrong with the Infinix? Rage Killer, I wouldn't doubt it. I haven't even heard of that little device, but Hennessy's not whiskey, and it should not be mixed with anything other, maybe the little port. Yeah. Well, Slappy, I agree with you about the whole mixing. I like straight liquor, don't get me wrong, and I don't even like using on the next Storage Wars, thanks to Millen. I like chill rocks for whiskey, that way you can just get it cold without having to dilute it down with ice, but to be able to drink it nice and smooth, I like it mixed with something just so I can drink it down. And it looks like a Juul, but thick and tall. I gotcha. Yeah. Rage Killer, there's a lot better stuff out there than the Juul. There really is. There's a lot better stuff. But I mean, use what works for you. I mean, if Juul's what works for you, then that's what you got to use. But I know there's a lot better devices out there than the Juul, and the only way you'll know that is to try them. Unfortunately, there's not really a shop you can just go in. Let me try that device. Let me try that one. Let me try that one. They don't do that. Their testers are usually some kind of crappy starter device, and you don't get to really see what the real kits are like. But I got a lot of vape devices, a lot of them. See, there you go. Jazzy's in here now with a new profile picture. I did recognize that, Jazzy. You change your profile picture. And he says the Caliburn blows them all the way. There you go. It's like I was telling you. That's why I said you might want to get the Caliburn, mainly because you can put your own e-juice in there. You don't want to be limited to what Juul sells as far as their juice goes. Screw that, man. There's a lot better flavors out there than tobacco and menthol. I mean, if I was limited to just vaping tobacco and menthol, I'd still be tempted to smoke. Screw that. That's what I tried to do. When I started vaping, I got away from the tobacco and the menthol flavors because I didn't want it to be so similar to smoking that I couldn't get away from smoking. So I wanted something fruity or bakery style. So that's what I did. I got away from it. And I did. Now, I will say that I did vape Dorky Stud that Rip Trippers used to make, which they stopped selling. And that was a really sweet tobacco. That was my convergence juice because it was still tobacco, but it was really sweet. It's what got me over into the bakery, sweeter type vapes. And that's what I did. And I'm really pissed off. I've already emailed Vape Trick a few times. Why'd y'all get rid of Dorky Stud? Because I like vaping that every once in a while just to get that really sweet tobacco taste. And I found one clone of it on the internet, and it sucks. It ain't even close to what it tastes like. So I'd like to have the real recipe. And I was like, if y'all aren't going to make it anymore, give me the recipe. But they won't do that either. Rip Trippers. Hello. Hook me up. Tetley Man, did you check the contacts to make sure they're not dirty? If the contacts are dirty, it won't get the voltage to the pod correctly. Unless your pod itself that's on top of there is very old, then, I mean, you say it's not old, but then pods go bad quick. You posted something in the group. Let me go back to the group. I'm getting friend requests and all kinds of stuff now. I think the new juice works really good with the Novo. The Raz Jazz salts. Oh, okay. Nice little setup you got there. I like that. Rage Killer, it's just not. Okay. It could be juicy contact. Yeah, Tetley Man, that'll do it. Because, it's just like a battery or anything. If you got corrosion or something in between the contacts, it makes it get a much less of a hit. I'm surprised it's not shorting and not firing at all. Remember the site with the Q class? Well, I don't want to pay import, so if you bought a black Q Mini, open it and used it, maybe that would help me with customs. If I bought a black one and used it? Pat, I can't buy anything right now, number one. I would do that, but I got a red one that I'm vaping right now. I mean, if you just want to see me vape it, I don't know. Yeah, I can't afford to buy anything right now, Pat, unfortunately. Once I start working again, Pat, I don't mind buying it for you. I don't mind doing that at all. If you want a Q. You already got a Q Mini, Pat. You got one from Jazzy. Do you want another one? I'm just saying, if you want another one, cool. You also got box mods. Well, there you go, Rage Killer. If you got box mods, then you already know what the cream of the crop is, because box mods are the bomb. I'm already over time, guys. It's time for me to get off here. We ran. Oh, you want a black one? Okay, Pat, I completely understand wanting a black one. Well, just get with me. Just message me. We'll figure something out. I don't want you to have to pay more money than you have to. I really wish that there was a site over there that you could order from and get it from directly, like really fast. But, I'm sorry, John Q. Well, you got here late, man. You know what time my show is. It's the same time every week. It doesn't change. Doesn't change at all. All right. I'm going to bump off here, guys. I really appreciate y'all coming here every week. Y'all, it means a lot. And Rage, hopefully we'll see you here back again next week. Next Friday, same time, 8 to 10 Eastern, every week. And we're going to do the metal etching and stuff next week. And we're also going to rebuild the, what the hell was that? Was I supposed to rebuild? Oh, the Kelpie. Going to do the Kelpie. Tenacious is on. Okay, I will check that out, Jazzy, if you give me a link. But before you go, tell Munchie to suck it for me. Ha 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 ha. You're welcome to Millen and everybody else, and thanks for showing up. I will catch you guys next week. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and vape safe also. Peace out.